Good morning, Facebook. I just wanted to come on this morning because I was meant to be going on a common law training. I've just finished teaching the most amazing class online to my clients, and the common law training has been cancelled because of the numbers. There weren't enough people who signed up for it, which was a shame because I didn't find out about it till a couple of days ago, and didn't even get a dog sitter till this morning. By that point, they'd cancelled the training, which just goes to show that you need to let people know what you're doing, which is a great reminder to me to let people know, not just on Facebook, but to let people know that I'm facilitating a retreat in Malta at the end of May. So I need to let people know. And I've literally just come off teaching my clients this morning, and I just want to speak very briefly to that, because becoming a master at anything requires dedication, it requires practice, and it requires an inner knowing that we are incredibly powerful beings who have not been taught how incredibly magnificent and powerful our physical bodies, our energy bodies are, and how much wisdom is held in the cellular memory, in the fabric, in the fascia of this container that takes us through life. And my own teaching has developed over 35 years to become an experience that every single time I teach Pilates or yoga, it's such a whole new experience within itself that the gift of presence is like receiving the nectar of life. Because within the physical body lies all the answers. We just need to take the time to be with the physical body and to feel and to notice and to hold presence and hold space. And we've been taught how to exercise in a world that is so goal orientated. It's such a masculine energy that every area of our life has been taught it's about push, it's about force, it's about achievement, it's about competition. And the way that I teach Pilates and yoga couldn't be anything further from the truth, from that. It's why I stopped going to yoga classes. It's why I stopped teaching yoga, because it was so much about this goal-oriented practice. Now, my absolute passion is for alignment, and I know this live isn't going to be for many people, but if you're one of the few people that can really connect to what I'm saying, because this frequency that I'm tuned into is not for the majority of people. And so I really respect anyone who's really, and grateful to anyone who is going to receive something from this share, because we don't take the time within our own physical bodies to pay attention to the parts that have frozen, the parts that have become part of the shadow, I guess, and that's really the work. That's really the work. That's where the juice is. That's where the nectar is to be so present with our bodies that every time we exercise, even the word exercise to me is already removing the essence of this frequency that is life force energy pounding through my body, and how much spaciousness can I create? How much spaciousness can I create through my upper back? How is that connected to my armpits, my ribs, my collarbones, my heart, my belly? You know, if we can just be so present with the physical body, the expansion happens naturally as we open like a flower. Now, these might sound like fancy, fluffy words, but when you actually have the experience of this kind of movement, this kind of embodiment, where your feet are so firmly grounding you into the earth. And for example, you know, in just a lengthening out, yoga call it tree pose. You call it what you want. It's like a tree, but it's this connection of the two worlds, the Mother Earth and the Father Sky. And how can I create more connection? And what fascinates me with my teaching over so many decades is as I become more aware and more attuned to my own frequency and to the frequency of others, and I give myself permission to really step into that frequency and be that and live by that. How my teaching, every time I step onto the mat, and sadly I have to say, turn on my laptop because that's how I teach, I am in awe of what comes through me. And I don't say that with ego. I say that in reverence and honor of the energy that is available to us. And as I say that, I'm tingling, like my whole body is vibrating with pure love. And I wanted to share that. And for me, movement as a therapy, as a gift, as an embodied practice of being in my heart and connecting to all the layers of who I really am, is the greatest gift. And I've always said that if you have a pulse, you can experience this level of connection. You could have one arm and one leg and be in a wheelchair and still experience this quality of embodied movement, which all emanates from the breath. And I just wanted to share that today. And if you would like to experience some of this teaching, I invite you to come to the retreat in Malta if you can at the end of May, because it's going to be fucking amazing. I know it is. And I'm very grateful to have been gifted this gift, I guess, this gift of teaching, movement, and this gift of passion. And I just want to say also that my youngest brother is running as a Conservative candidate. My father would turn in his grave if he knew that my brother was running as a Conservative candidate in St Albans for just a ward. You know, it's just being one of these local councillor people, whatever. But what I want to say to my brother and to anybody is that when we connect to what we're passionate about, something magical happens. It doesn't matter what that thing is, but when we connect to passion that is true to our being, we become God consciousness. We are God consciousness. And it's incredibly powerful. And so I want to honour my youngest brother for what he is passionate about and the courage it's taken for him to step up and into. It's not about winning. It's not about the goal. It's about having the courage to be who you really are. So if anyone's listening who wants some of that, or who is already being that and is already stepping out of their comfort zone into a world of pure presence and pure potentiality, because that's what we are as human beings. We are full of pure potentiality. Anything is possible. The majority are in this mindset and this world of being controlled and manipulated by outside forces. There's even people in my local Stand in the Park group, bless them, who are banging the drum of let's wake everyone up. The truth is that we need now to step up and into our greatness, our mastery, our passions, our knowingness, our bodies. We cannot do this. We cannot master our lives and create the new earth if we cannot be in our bodies, because that is what the new earth requires. The new earth requires us to meet the parts of us that are frozen, that are dead, that are cold, that are dark, and to bring the light and to shine the light on those parts. So however you're doing it and however you're thinking about doing it, it's maybe perhaps time to stop thinking about it and start becoming it, start being it. Start listening to this beautiful, incredible gift of life on this earth plane with a physical body. Whether that's through looking at the emotions that are causing you to overeat, whether that's looking at the emotions that are causing you to not exercise, whether that's looking at why you're still in a relationship that isn't serving your highest purpose, why you're attached to friendships with people who put you down. I loved my father so dearly. He taught me so much. But when he passed 3 years ago, I was set free. And that is no longer a hard thing to say. It's the truth. Because it wasn't his soul that set me free. I loved my father and he loved me. He didn't know how to show it me. But all of the experiences I've had in my life and all the experiences that you have in your life are there on purpose, perfectly, beautifully, to guide you to your passion, to your gift, to your reason to being here. And we haven't been taught how to connect to that level of depth and how to hold that level of frequency where we just naturally expand. We receive more light and we become a beam of light to support other human beings going through the fucking tragedies and the horrors that life can bring. I know, I've been there. Have I been there? My God, have I been there? And that's my transmission for today. Sending you so much love and so much courage to be who you really are. Baby steps. This life is very short. And the more that you can be who you really are in every moment, the more you can connect to your body, to your emotions, to your stuckness. And that includes the physical body, because I came on here to share about how fucking amazing the class was I just taught, and how every time I teach my Pilates and yoga, I'm not going to include my fitness classes in that. They're just movement and fitness. I'm talking about the sessions I teach with my clients that are more, so much more than exercise. Have a good day. Bye for now.